Listen, my gorgeous Taurus, I'm going to be completely honest with you, like I always am, of course. But at the beginning of this week, you are going to have this message. You're going to get this message. And I'm sorry, but something you have been like kind of persistently worrying about, it's actually going to happen. Okay? But it's not going to be bad. It's all going to end up being really good. And it's all going to actually end up to somehow miraculously work in your favor. And this is exactly how are you actually going to think and how you're actually going to feel after this moment in time. So at the beginning of this week, you are going to have this message, and I'm sorry, unfortunately, this message is going to confirm something you have been persistently worrying about. It's going to happen, and now you're going to realize that what you were worrying about to happen, it's actually happened. And you're going to be like, oh my God, because you were worrying about this so much. This in itself kind of isolated you a little bit. This, you felt isolated for a while. You felt insecure for a while. This has been actually even restricting you, and because you were thinking so negatively about so many different aspects of your life, because you were worrying about this so much. So look, from a brighter side. Always look on the bright side of life. No, seriously, look on the bright side, my gorgeous Torini. At least this thing, it's actually going to come to an end. So what you were worrying about to happen, it's going to happen. And it's not like you didn't expect this, but you were just hoping that this is not going to happen. And you know what? You're going to recognize something within you for the first time in your entire life. You're going to recognize this power within you, because now you're going to realize, oh, well, I don't care anymore, because at least I haven't got anything to lose anymore. So first of all, you're going to feel like a little bit frustrated, but my God, where this bloody frustration is going to take you, you will wait and see. Because when I say that you're going to become aware of this message and you're going to realize something happened that you were worrying about, is going to happen. And then look, it's going to instantly put you in this mode where you're going to be like, do you know what? Now I literally have got nothing to lose. And now immediately, why are you going to feel like this? Because immediately it's going to be on your mind, this certain step, certain move. There is something that you will want to do so badly, something that you always wanted to do, like something you wanted to do for absolute ages. It's to do with a certain option. It's to do with a certain possibility that has been on your mind for so long. But then again, like you just kind of didn't feel maybe confident enough to do something about it. And the reason why you didn't feel confident enough to do something about it, because that particular thing has been draining you in every possible way. And it didn't take your power away, but then again, now it's going to have a completely kind of opposite impact on you. It's going to refresh you, it's going to rejuvenate you. And that's why I'm saying that for the first time in your life, you're really going to be so surprised with yourself, especially when it comes to you realizing which exactly action do you want to take. And that particular action, that particular move which you're going to take, it's to do with something you have been thinking for so long. It's to do with this option. It's to do with this possibility. And yes, this option is the right option for you. This possibility is the right possibility for you, but it just hasn't been the right time. And I know it seems like, oh my God, so crazy, but this time in between was ever so important. This time in between was ever so important, because at the same time a cycle has completed, and a cycle that has completed in your life right now, it's ready to regenerate. And this is the part of it. So immediately when you become aware of this something negative, immediately you will know, well, I know exactly what do I need to do what do I need to do now, exactly what do I need to do now. So it's just gonna bring you that touch of confidence, when it comes to something that you really know that you really need to do. And I repeat, it's to do with an option, it's to do with possibility you were aware of for such a long time, for absolute ages, and you were so like, oh my God, in two minds because of this, for like, my God, for years, to be quite honest with you. Only now, this is going to become so obvious, because it is the beginning of such a sacred unfoldment in your life. That option and that possibility, it's going to bring a huge accomplishment to you. You need to understand, my gorgeous Torini, how important the next few weeks are going to be. The next few weeks are going to be life-changing. The next few weeks are going to be so rewarding for you. And yes, you've guessed, this is all going to contribute towards you understanding, like, exactly what do you need to do in order to move on with your life. By the end of this week, this is going to be absolutely obvious. The moment in time you find yourself on this crossroads you've never been before, and the moment in time you go for the option, for an opportunity you would never go for normally. My God, my gorgeous Torini, and this is going to be the direct result of everything that's happening right at the beginning of this week. Oh my goodness. And this is why am I saying this is marking the beginning of such a sacred unfoldment in your life. Absolutely remarkable. All this is the part of who you are. All this is the part of your destiny. All this is the part of your vision. You're not only moving on with your life, you're following your vision, my gorgeous Torini. You're gonna feel like you haven't felt in absolute ages. And never mind the fact that in your dreams it's going to appear somebody at around the beginning of this week, somebody that died, somebody that passed away, somebody that used to be in your life, somebody that meant to you so much. That particular person is going to appear either in your dreams at around the beginning of this week, and you are going to be so surprised, because it's to do with somebody who never maybe appeared in your dreams before. And if this person doesn't appear in your dreams, or if you don't kind of remember this person appearing in your dreams, then you will remember in such a way where suddenly you are going to have this person in your mind that died and passed away. Somebody that you loved so much is going to be persistently on your mind. Whether you just remember this person from your dreams, like literally, or whether you just like kind of remember this person from your dreams without actually remembering your dreams, but only kind of feeling the essence of that person being constantly around you. And you're going to be like, is it the anniversary of this person's death? Is it the time of this person's death? Blah, blah, blah. A lot it's going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Torini. But no, baby, no. There is some kind of a spirit which is indeed going to appear to you somehow. Somebody who was in your life in form of a guidance to let you know how important this stage of your life is going to be. You will be thinking and thinking and thinking, and it is going to come to you literally. And also that person, that spirit, somebody, it's to do with somebody who was in your life and that died. Is to do with somebody who was in your life, which is going to even maybe like kind of appear around you in such a way where you will notice the certain signs throughout this week, which are going to remind you of that particular person as well. It's about following the signs and really knowing and understanding that every single time you see that sign, which is going to remind you of this person who passed away, every single time you reconnect with yourself further and further and further, in each time you reconnect with yourself, you kind of like really pretty much so evolve yourself each time. It's like, I cannot explain you what a crazy time of your life this is going to be. You know, in like about a few weeks time, you are already going to be completely different person. And that's why you're suddenly gonna start thinking about your health. Suddenly you're gonna start thinking about bettering yourself. Suddenly you're gonna start thinking about which things you can do in order to make yourself more beautiful or like to be more healthier. You're just gonna go completely with this very, very powerful flow where only good things can come out of it. This is brilliant. And to some of you, this is also going to reflect on having such a strong feeling to maybe visit certain groups or connect to the certain groups who think like you, to connect with the like-minded people. You know, and this is always important, and especially when it comes to like being in terms of your own spirituality, or maybe in terms of what you know to do, something that comes to you naturally, maybe some kind of a skill, maybe a painting, and then you're going to reconnect with feel like, I want to reconnect with the other painters, you know, other artists, you know, for example. So it's just like kind of really going to, the things are going to start to touch, you know, certain aspects and certain parts of your spirit and parts of your soul that are going to rejuvenate you. And again, only good things can come out of it, because, you know, just remember, this new cycle, it's about to regenerate, and this is all part of it. So you feeling the need to like kind of do something for your body in order to feel better, this is not a surprise whatsoever. But my advice is just please do it. Maybe you're going to be thinking about suddenly changing your diet, or some of you are going to even realize like what's missing in your diet. You know, like suddenly you're going to, I don't know, have an urge to like eat lots of oranges, for example, and maybe that means your body is trying to tell you that you lack in vitamin C, for example. Maybe you're going to feel like you need to eat lots of bananas, you know, and maybe your body's lacking potassium, for example. You just need to go with this flow, baby. You know, yet again, it's going to have such a positive impact on both your mind, your body, your mental state of mind, your spirituality. My God, everything is connected. Everything is connected so much, you know, and that is going to be absolutely obvious. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the beginning of this week, oh God, you know, I do think, you know, that it's just so stupid this is, like, because it's just you are maybe having this, you're oh, Sasha, come back, darling, come back. Now you are going to it's so silly, it's so stupid this, what am I going to say right now? Sorry. It's like you just keep on bickering with somebody, or you keep on having disagreement with somebody about something so petty. And again, you're going to have this disagreement about something so petty. I'm sorry, I'm going to be completely brutally honest here, and I'm not having a go at you whatsoever, but you are the problem. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Torini, you're gonna lynch me. No, it's like about you having another maybe disagreement with this specific person in your life. But oh my God, this is so hard to explain. It's to do with the person you've had disagreements before. It's to do with the person you've had disagreements for a while. And it's one of the key people in your life, one of the most important people in your life. You are keep on having like some kind of a petty disagreement about. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, that I can see one of my cat's hair is flying right in front of me. Sorry. Yeah, so you're going to have a disagreement with this person, my gorgeous Torini, and that's not the first time. It's one of the key people in your life. But you need to understand that you have to accept the fact that I know it sounds horrible to say, oh, you are the problem, but there is something that you are being really stubborn about, something completely unnecessary, something completely silly. And this happens to everybody. This happens to all of us. This happens to all of us. It depends when it happens. It depends at what stage of your life this happened. It depends what exactly you were going through. Because I know when this problem started in between you and this person, you kind of also started to have very specific problems. Very specific problems. You were emotionally going through something very, very ridiculously difficult. And then these problems with this one of the main people in your life actually started. And now this has evolved into something like absolutely enormous. And then you were okay, and then you had an argument again, and then you were okay, and then you had a long, like, kind of break where you didn't talk or something like that. And now you were like kind of okay again, and now you had like another silly argument. But it's to do with you needing to understand that you're stubborn about something that you shouldn't be stubborn about. Okay, it's to do with an element of yourself that you do not understand yet, and maybe other people around you understand. So this is where the problem is. So you're still not facing these certain facts about yourself, about you maybe doing something that you shouldn't or something like that. And this is where this problem is coming from. So I really hope that this is going to be resolved. I really hope that this is going to be resolved, because I do see that you're going to have this agreement with that person, and then, you're going to be angry with that person, and then you're going to be really sad because things are like kind of not working out. But my suggestion is that you really need to kind of, speak to this person and come up with some kind of a peaceful resolution. And I'm not having a go at you. I'm not having a go at you. But it's all because this person is trying to make you aware of something which you shouldn't maybe doing or something like that. And this person is having a really good heart, but because you weren't ready at that time to deal with it. And the sooner you are ready to speak to this person about it, the sooner you're going to be able to deal with the little problem that you may have. You see, and that particular problem, it's also like kind of something that is preventing you from evolving. And you are finding yourself at such a crossroads of your life, especially at around the midweek. You're going to find yourself again at the crossroads of your life. And it's to do with this problem that is like kind of slowing you down. And now it's the time to face this. And when I say that you're going to find yourself at the crossroads of your life, you know this is going to come to your attention, some kind of problem something that you need to stop doing. Maybe it's to do with a certain addiction. Maybe it's to do with something that it's not really good for you. It really depends what this is, but you really need to be honest with yourself. And the sooner you're honest with yourself, the sooner you're going to come out of it. Okay, so I'm not saying that it's necessarily some kind of addiction, but maybe it's something that you are doing, but you are frustrated with yourself because you are doing this, but you cannot admit this to yourself so far. And this other person is trying to help you to snap out of something that you shouldn't be doing. So it doesn't have to be necessarily addiction, but it's just something that it's not good for you anymore. Okay, it's not doing you good whatsoever. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek, something very, very unexpected is going to happen. Okay, you can expect the unexpected literally at around the midweek. And it's going to happen in such a way where you're going to be listening to the group of people, or you're going to be watching this group of people. You're going to be paying attention to maybe a few different people, maybe 3 people, maybe 2 people, maybe 4 people. But I know it's going to happen unexpectedly in such a way where not necessarily you didn't know that you're going to be watching and listening to this group of people, but what are you going to hear? There is something that these people are going to say. And then you're going to realize, this a really, really interesting possibility for you, how to start some kind of like a new project, how to start some kind of a venture that you were already thinking about before, but you thought it was a hard work. You thought, no, baby, no, this is a hard work. So the possibility you're going to become aware of is going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you feel really good about you starting that venture, because whatever was putting you off, it's about to poof, disappear at that moment in time. You have to, my gorgeous Torini, you have to follow your heart, because it is going to lead towards a big reward. And the big reward from this new venture, it's already going to happen by the end of September 2024. By the end of September, you're already going to have a big reward when it comes to this particular venture. You will start, and you are going to, because through this a wonderful group of people, you're going to become aware of this possibility, which is going to put your mind at ease when it comes to things that have been initially worrying about when it comes to you starting this new venture. Indeed, this is where this is going to lead towards. Absolutely mind-blowing indeed. This is what you need to understand, and I'm telling you that already by the end of September 2024, you are going to have a clear reward when it comes to this venture indeed. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek, oh God, it's such a strange week, it's such a strange week. At around the midweek, my gorgeous Torini, also, oh God, someone is going to come forward, somebody really strange and really phony, and I don't like this person whatsoever. You know, it's very difficult to say to some of you who are ready for like a love and things like that. If you're open for relationships, you know, I would definitely avoid, and I would definitely ignore this person, because nothing is going to come out of it. It's somebody who is lying, somebody who is dark, somebody who is dishonest, somebody who is like not who they say that they are, somebody who's like really good looking, but inside they're like rotten. It's horrible. Somebody who's really good looking, but I really would stay away from this person. And I know you're going to feel like something is not right here. So if you are looking for somebody, if you're open to have relationships, my gorgeous Torini, I would really avoid this person at all costs, okay? Because someone is about to walk into your life, but this person is a terrible, terrible liar indeed. And this person likes to manipulate people as well. So I would stay away from this person, you know. And but then again, on another hand, if you are like in a happy relationship, or you are not looking for relationship, maybe you're single and you don't want any relationships, that's absolutely fine, I completely understand. Then this person is going to come in a form of like some kind of a friend, somebody who will want to be friendly with you just out of blue. This person is going to start talking to you, and this person will want to spend some time with you. But I need you to be very, very careful. I need you to keep certain things to yourself. I need you to not to talk about your personal life or personal issues or personal problems, because we are talking about somebody here who has got some kind of a hidden agenda. So this is not a genuine person whatsoever. Do you not want to know how this person looks like? Do you want to know how this person looks like? Like this. Like this. Don't, no baby, no, no baby, no. This is not a good person whatsoever. So you need to be smart here, and you need to avoid this person at all costs. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, this week some kind of secrets are going to come out, and when these secrets come out, you are gonna be shocked. But at the same time, when these secrets come out, you will realize that, you know, I mean, it's not about you being shocked. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. Once the secrets come out at around the end of this week, yes, you are going to be shocked, but it's more about this big realization. What exactly have you been taking for granted, my gorgeous Torini? What exactly you have been taking for granted? And this is important when it comes to you having this slow emotional recovery. It's important when it comes to this slow healing in your life, because the moment in time you become aware of the secrets which are going to come out, the moment in time you realize that what you have been taking for granted, that moment in time, not only emotional recovery is going to start taking place, but at the same time the fog is going to lift, which means that, you know, you are instantly going to feel ready for something new. Oops. And the moment in time you feel ready for something new, my gorgeous Torini, that moment in time you are, listen, this is when things are going to become really, really interesting here. So the moment in time you feel like you are ready for something new, that moment in time you are going to have this idea. And this idea you're going to have, and then you're going to think like, oh, that's a silly idea. That's a silly idea. No, baby, no. This is not a silly idea whatsoever. This idea that you are going to have is going to be brilliant. And you need to understand that this idea which you are going to have, it's like pretty much so going to be an important idea. And I do know that you are going to be maybe speaking to somebody about it, because there is a very interesting advice which you are going to get. It's going to be a really, really wise advice. Maybe I shouldn't say interesting, but there is going to be such a wise advice you are going to get about this silly idea. And you're going to realize it's not a silly idea whatsoever. But the reason why you did to go to talk about it to somebody who's very knowledgeable about that particular thing, it's only because you felt that pull within you. You felt that shift within you. There is something that you wanted to find out. There is something that you wanted to investigate. There is something that you wanted to explore. So you will go immediately to connect and to talk to this particular person who in your mind is really clued up when it comes to this particular idea and these things. And this person is going to confirm to you, no, baby, no, this idea is not silly whatsoever. In fact, you need to do this like immediately. And I mean this, my gorgeous Torini, you need to do something about this immediately. Okay, the sooner you kind of understand that this silly idea, it will require for you to kind of change certain priorities. You know, the sooner you realize that this should be priority number one, the sooner things are gonna start happening in your life in such a crazy but really magnificent way. You cannot possibly imagine where this silly idea is actually going to take you. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. Okay, so what is going to be an oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Torini? What is going to be an oracle card of the week? Let's see, baby. Oh, honestly, you need to make the most of it. You need to make the most of it. You are going to have a good luck this week. Good luck is most certainly going to be on your side, my gorgeous Torini. Okay, so you need to make the most of it. You need to make the most of it. Good luck. It's going to be on your side. This week is the time to break your own barriers. This week is the time where you need to move on with your life. This week is the time when you are going to have a huge turning point indeed. Yes, there is going to be this a risk on your mind which you are going to be thinking of taking. And I don't want this risk to slow you down. I don't want this risk to prevent you from moving on. What you need to remember is the moment in time you realize and understand that there is a big risk in your mind you're going to need to take. At the same time, you need to understand that you're also going to have such a good luck when it comes to it as well. And that's something you need to remember. And that's something you need to keep in your mind. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.